Mike Jones Beats.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Excuse me. What the hell? Why do I gotta wait to get on the show to have to clear my throat, the belch, everything else? Anyway, let me fix my tie. Gotta get my tie fixed. We're about to go in today. There's gonna be a real good conversation today. One of the things we want to discuss today before we get to everything else, I just want to drop everything that we're going to be discussing. I hope everybody's having a beautiful morning. That's just a whole fact. We want to get to hope everybody had your water. We want to get to everything that we want to discuss today, and some of the topics that we're going to be covering in this show is Casanova 2 times. Did he actually help the government with the case? I want to ask you guys this. Also, I want to know, how do y'all feel about the Vlad interview? Is this another situation where Vlad put the police onto a rapper or helped a rapper? Even though we already know that the Vlad interview is up for discussion involving this, because literally the FBI has mentioned it. So from now on, people cannot pretend or act like Vlad interviews are not helping cases. The police literally mentioned that it is. Just so we could be clear. Let me just get my charger real quick. This is definitely a situation where the police is literally mentioned. Literally mentioned. Literally mentioned that Vlad, that there are interviews that Casanova 2 times did that are a part of the case. Now, I need to know which interviews you are talking about. FBI, FEDS. The only interview I know about where Casanova 2 times was talking and mentioning about things that he did that were illegal or were crimes were during Vlad. If you know a different time, please somebody put it in the chat. Now, with all that being said, first thing that we want to do is give appreciation to everybody that pulled up to the saloon last night during the last live. It's the first thing that we want to do. As always, we want to begin our day by talking about the things that we are grateful for and the things that we appreciate. So let me get this going real quick so we can do this. Get the show on the road. All the way on the road, not on the sides of the road. Not on that part of the road that when your wheel go over it, it goes blah 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 blah. Not that part of the road. Right on the road, on the slick part of the road, on the part of the road that was meant for tires. Get everything on that part of the road. Anyway, shout out to Susan Borspadell with the $5 drop. Shout out to OJJ with the $8 drop. Shout out to Rude, don't nobody see them dots. Jones with the $10 drop. Shout out to OJJ with the $10 drop. Shout out to Charlie Luck with the $30 drop. Shout out to OGK Network with the $2 drop. Shout out to OGK Network again with the $2 drop. Shout out to OGK Network again with the $2 drop. Shout out to Roach with the $5 drop. And shout out to OGK Network again with the $2 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are all the best. Also, we have drops already that came in. Do your drops right now. We are going, I'm going to have to wait for a minute so we can get the show going. And then I'm going to call some of the drops. Give me a couple of minutes, but I have to get the show going. We have to get the show going. That's the only reason why I'm waiting to call the drop. With that being said, everybody get some drops going right now. We probably could get 3 or 4 drops right in the beginning, and then I could call them back to back to back to back. That's always more beneficial than calling one drop and then stopping and then calling another drop and then stopping and calling another drop. Anyway, yo, look. First thing that I want to talk about, just so we can discuss this wait, let's get to the roll call real quick. Yo, real quick, am I the first one that started roll call? I think I started roll call on YouTube. You roll call started at the BBN. For everybody that I'm trying to fix my tie, I'm trying to grab the bottom of the tie. Roll call started at the BBN. I don't think anybody else did roll call before me, before us. I do roll call because I like to give appreciation to everybody that pulls up into the chat and comments early. What up, New York Nikki? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is copacetic with us. What up, Liberty Hazelton? Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. He has already dropped the drop. We will call the drop in a minute. What up, Emmanuel? How you doing this morning? He says, what up, Goat Jack? I'm headed out. Got the notification. Shout out to that. He says, salute. Free cast. Shout out to Goat 9. Shout out to that. What up, Shay Lacey? How are you doing? Says, you have tonight show up. Thank you very much. I fixed it. I appreciate you. Who else is in here? James S. Salute to James S. The smoking section. For everybody that don't know, BBN West, the smoking section. Also, Liberty Hazelton is BBN West, the smoking section. What up, Watts Games? He says, what up, fam? Came in, smash that like button. Definitely appreciate you. What up, D No Love? He says, morning. BBN Frost. What up, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? He said, you got tonight show up. Thank you for telling me. You guys are the best. I fixed it. I actually appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I'm making jokes and shit like that, but I'm not upset. What up, your boy Jimmy Belcher? Tell Tina I said hi. What up, DSTN? I don't care what your wife says. Nobody ain't calling you Dustin. Who else is up here? What up, Liberty Hazelton? We got the other Liberty Hazelton, the blue one, the one that's actually an admin. Salute to you, my brother. BBN West. Oh, wait, what up, BBN Network? He said, pull up to the saloon, Cash App. Pull up to the saloon, Cash App, and it says what the Cash App is. Shout out to that. What up, Queen Shy? How you doing this morning? Says salute, Frost, BBN fam. Good morning. How you doing? What up, DZ? Salute, BBN West. For everybody that don't know, I gotta keep clicking over to the other screen. BBN West. We got all 3 of the BBN West showrunners up in here. DZ, Liberty Hazelton, James S. Salute. Let's go. Who else we got up in here? Also, the smoking section is about to be opened up, so I gotta call out that Liberty Hazelton drop. Just give it a minute. What up, Queen Shots? He says, salute my guy, James S. Salute everybody. I'm pretty sure that's what you meant, though. I'm just saying. Who else we got up here? What up, Wayno? Wayno says, peace, Jack, and the family. Hope all is well. All is great, my brother. God is good, okay? God first. What up, Roach? Roach says, peace, Frost. On the treadmill. Listening. Who else we got up in here? What up, Non-Bigness? He says, BBN, what's good? What up, John Becknell? He says, what's good, Frost and BBN? What up, New York Urban Legend? Salute, my brother. Happy to see you up in here. He says, I was watching some of them interviews last night, son. Toast. It's looking bad. What up, Prince to Amir? We got Prince to Amir up in the house. He says, good morning, everyone. What up, a.k.a. Mr. a.k.a. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going good with you and your family. He said, Vlad been doing this for years. Shit for years. Any rapper nowadays that goes on Vlad and talks about illegal shit is just snitching on theyself and they team. Fools! And then I'm going to add a word at the end of that. Fools! All of them! I'm going to agree with you. If anybody that's ever seen an interview over here, sometimes people start going a little bit too far and I try to pull them back. I'm not trying to have my video coverage in court mentioned in the courtroom as part of the reason why some people are going to jail, unless these people that are going to jail 100% deserve it. I am not going to ask you a question or allow for you to incriminate yourself, because at the end of the day, as much as I do want all criminals to be held responsible for their criminal activities, do not get this wrong, it's not my job to help the feds or to help the police put criminals in jail. Unless you're doing something like messing with little kids, kidnapping people, raping people, stuff like that, murdering innocent civilians, stuff like that, I'm going to just sit back and I'm going to allow for the people to do their jobs I think that they're competent. They do not need my help. What up, Twin 8CG? That message was retracted. I wonder if it was shit talk. What up, Jay Marvelous? How you doing? Says good morning, BBN. Salute. Who else we got up in here? Foot in the ass entertainments. He said, you got that track? I should. I will look for it after the show. What up, Wheezy? How you doing? Shout out to, all right, let's go to drops real quick. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $10 drop. Liberty Hazelton pulls up into the saloon. I'm going to stay in the seat because it's so early in the show and I got to keep the show going. Liberty Hazelton pulls up into the saloon. He comes in. He's like, oh, man. He sees the lights and everything off in the BBN West section. Shout out to BBN West, the smoking section. He comes in the saloon. He sees everything still dark over there. Nobody lit those candles. He goes up to the bartender. He says, hey, bartender, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put our down our chairs. I'm going to get everything ready because we already know BB and West is up in this bitch. The bartender says, yeah. He goes up. He gives him his drink, his coffee with a little bit of brandy in it to taste goes so good when it goes down. Liberty Hazelton walks over, starts pulling the chairs over. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. Only thing we see is a cloud of smoke with 2 feet walking under it coming to the saloon. James S. walks over to the bartender. He says, as usual, the bartender leans in, but you can't see nothing because it's all smoke. When the bartender, all of this, from this up to the head, is just inside of the smoke. Bartender comes out laughing. Smoke is shooting out of his nose, his eyes, his ears, everything. Smoke is coming out of everywhere. He's laughing. He hands James S. his coffee. James S. walks over to the smoking section. BBN West. Who else we got up in here real quick? What up, New York Silver Stacker? He says, morning, Ben fam. Hope everything is having the best week of your life. Smash that like button. C Graph says, dope show last night. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. What up, Salty Sack Creations? All right, let's get this show on the road. Also, can we hit that like button, please? Because if there's a part of this show where I'm going to tell you, yo, look, I want a certain amount of likes before I say anything, and then the likes ain't there, that's on you guys. I just want to be transparent with that. Shout out to D No Love with the $10 drop. He says, where's my drink? D No Love busts into the saloon. He kicks the whole door. The doors fly open. The bouncer looks at this nigga like, you can't be serious, homie. But our bouncer don't really talk much, so he ain't say nothing. So he looks at this nigga. D No Love says, where's my drink? He's doing the Ralph Cramden arms. He wants to know. He walks over to the bar. The bartender hands him a coffee with some brandy in it, and then the bartender says, yo, look, we got a plate over there. The bartender sends Liberty Hazelton his plate over. Liberty Hazelton was waiting for his plate. He got a whole big ass fucking T-bone steak with some grits, some eggs, some hash browns. He got some toast with some butter and jelly on it. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. They finally got his meal ready. Then D No Love sits down. They bring D No Love over a plate. He has fucking bacon stacked up like this. Beef bacon stacked up this high on the plate. He got this high. It's fucking hash browns stacked up this side. He has some eggs stacked up this high with cheese in them. He's like, yeah, baby. He also gets a coffee, he gets an orange juice, he gets an apple juice, and he gets a water. D No Love. Shout out to D No Love pulling up to the saloon. Also, might I add, everybody could be part of the green team. It costs $2. All of y'all guys it costs $2 to be part of the green team. All right, everybody get green. It's easier for me to tell when people come in here and try to clone your accounts. Go get green. Raymond Ingram says, why do people quote the indictments as soon as some truth that's just charging them with not what they're guilty of? We're talking about the indictment. Nobody said they was guilty of anything on the indictment. Have you heard someone say they was guilty of something on the indictment, Raymond Ingram? Or are you just in here doing random bullshit? I'm just curious before we decide what we're going to do with you. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. He says, yo, let my boy Deezy in. Deezy comes up to the door. Deezy's about to pay the bartender. The bouncer says, no, Deezy, you good. He tells Deezy to come in. Your way has already been paid by James S. Deezy walks into the saloon. He's like, yeah. Deezy goes into the saloon. He walks over to the bartender. The bartender gives him his coffee with a little bit of brandy in it. Deezy then walks over to BBN West, the smoking section. He's high-fiving James S. He's high-fiving Liberty Hazelton. They sit down. They start smoking and rolling. And they smoking all of the weeds up. All of the weeds is getting smoked up. What up, Garrett Crawford? First of all, I want to say a couple of things just so we can be clear about that comment that homeboy just made. Has anybody here heard me? I'm just curious because we have quite a few people in here that are usually in here every day. Has anybody in here heard me say that anybody is definitively guilty of anything? I just want to ask that question. Comment on the question when you get the opportunity, and then I'm going to keep it pushing. But I want to know who in here heard me say that any of these people are definitively guilty on anything. Or is homeboy just talking out of his ass? Because if he's just talking out of his ass, I think we should just either hit him with timeouts or get him up out of here. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Shout out to the Dog Soldier with the $2 drop. He says, tomorrow I'm in the saloon. Dog Soldier pulls up to the saloon. He doesn't come inside. But we got benches out on the outside of the porch. Dog Soldier sits outside. We come in, we say, you know what, my brother, we have switches, so we bring Dog Soldier his coffee outside. Yeah, I never do that, right? D No Love said, hit him with bags. Yo, D No Love, did you join the green team? Oh, I don't know what that means. Dino Love is probably Dino Love. I think they're telling you to join the green team. I think they're telling you to join the green team, Dino Love. I'm just saying. It looks to me like they're telling you to join the green team, homie. Shout out to Salty Sack. Y'all guys is making me do all these drops early. I love y'all niggas, though. Shout out to Salty Sack with the $5 drop. He said, salute to the greatest content creator, Frost. Salty Sack walks up into the saloon. I got to do all the drops. I did too many at one time, so I got to do them all now. Salty Sack walks up into the saloon. He has a, for everybody that don't know, Salty Sack makes plaques. I'm going to show y'all his page in 2 seconds. Salty Sack makes plaques. Salty Sack walks up into the saloon with his plaques on his back. Salty Sack walks up in the saloon carrying a plaque. He's like, hey, BBN, greatest content creator ever. He walks over to the bar. He puts his plaque down like this. Shout out to D No Love, joining the BBN gang. He puts his plaque down. He orders his, he gets a coffee with a little bit of brandy in it. He also gets some muffins. Everybody gets muffins. But we only got corn muffins today. So you better put a lot of jelly on them bitches. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to Salty Sack. Shout out to DZ with the $2 drop. He said, thanks, James S. He's already in. Because these guys are regulars in here. A beer for them costs $2. So he buys James S a beer. AKA Mr. AKA say clearly he ain't watched your show before. I cannot count how many times you said allegedly. Thank you very much. Never have you done this. You the one who started saying allegedly. Appreciate you. Everything that y'all mailed to me is where it's supposed to be. It's just that I gotta go get it. I'm gonna go get the snowflake Salty Sack. I'm gonna make sure that I have it soon. Copy? Other people have mailed me other things also. I just haven't been able to go get it for, it's just far from where I'm at right now. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make more of a concerted effort to find some time to go get it. Because in order for me to go get it, it takes it's a damn near hour. It's an hour, damn near an hour there and an hour back. So that's the issue. So I'll be having to make content. So I'll be busy. That's the only thing. I'm gonna have to give you a new address to mail anything else to that's a little bit closer. Copy? What up, Michael Meath? How you doing? So, yeah, we're just gonna kick that other person. We'll wait for them to come back and talk crazy. Yeah, it's arrived along with a couple of other things that other people have sent that I have to go get. I already know. My apologies for not being up on that, y'all. That's a whole fact. With all that being said, I want to have this Vlad discussion this morning, and I also want to have this Casanova discussion because, what up, King Alpha? Yeah, I know everybody could be green, right? It takes $2 to become part of the green team. I mean, you could level up to the $10 a month, but it's literally $2 a month to become part of the green team. I want to have this conversation about Vlad this morning. And the reason why I want to have this conversation about Vlad is because for a long time, people have been asking me, how do I feel about Vlad? What up, Trini Daddy? A lot of people have been asking me, how do I feel about Vlad? Do I think that Vlad gets people locked up and put in jail? And I always say, I know what Vlad is doing. I understand what Vlad is doing. I do not necessarily want to hold Vlad accountable for other men and their actions because you have to know better. Yes, I'm going to cover the case. You have to know better than to do some of the talking that they're doing. So let me say something real quick as far as in regards to Casanova 2 times. I don't know which interview they're going to be using against him, just so we can be clear. When y'all bag swinger, you a whole winner. Not for nothing. Appreciate everybody that's bag swingers. Shout out to Blacks for Picks. It's the saloon told my whip. You must have parked your horse outside because this is the 1860s. Black for Picks comes inside of the saloon. He's complaining. He's like, they took my horse. The DMV, I don't know, whatever is the equivalent of the DMV back in the 1860s, have taken my horse. I parked my horse in the wrong spot. They said, don't worry about it. They gave him some coffee. They're going to point him in the right direction to where the sheriff's is at. Yes, the one that he talked about stabbing people. I'm going to tell you the part that probably got him in trouble. Vlad specifically asked him, just so we could be clear on this, Vlad specifically asked him about the times that he wasn't caught or he didn't get tickets. This is what I mean by when you go on Vlad, you have to be ready to not answer questions more than you are ready to answer questions. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Calithia? You have to be ready to not answer questions more than you are ready to answer questions. When you go on Vlad, you have to go on Vlad with the understanding of Vlad is going to ask me at least, if he asks me 20 questions, about 8 of them I shouldn't answer. Get it? K Black says, I saw those scars on his arms. He did a lot of defending himself from stabbings also, I'm pretty sure. He probably stabbed himself a couple of times also, because it happens. You out there going wild. Shit happens. A lot of dudes that don't have cuts on their face got them shits on their arms. DZ said, my horse be off edibles. He ain't about to nowhere. What up, Zixter? A lot of them dudes, I'm letting you know right now, a lot of them dudes that got locked up and don't got cuts on their face, a lot of them got cuts all over their arms and backs and everywhere else. Is it time for rappers to stop going on Vlad? What up, John Becknell? All of y'all should have green names. This is crazy. It's $2 to join the green team. $2 damn a month. How is there so many people without green names? You guys is crazy. Zixter, you in here all the time. John Becknell, $2 a month. What are you guys doing? What up, Patrick N? Another guy. Anyway, I want to know, is it time for rappers to stop going over Vlad? And just so we could be clear, if when I'm saying rappers to stop going on Vlad, I'm also saying, is it time for anybody that is involved in gang activity or has been involved in gang activity to go on Vlad, to stop going on Vlad? Because Vlad don't care. He laughing at y'all. Right now, Vlad is laughing at Casanova. Do not get this confused. Right now, Vlad is somewhere laughing at Casanova. Probably calling him a dumb N-word. He should have knew better. He ain't had to answer that question. Real quick, let's have a vote. Who thinks Vlad is laughing at Casanova? You think Vlad is laughing at Casanova? You don't think Vlad is laughing at Casanova? Could we have a quick vote? And while we're having a quick vote, I'm going to show everybody how to join the green team real quick. It take 2 seconds. Let's have a vote real quick. And while we're having this vote, I'm going to show everybody how to join the green team. You see this join button right here? It's on every video. I'll go to a video. Whoops. I'll go to a video to show you. It's on every video. All right, so let's go to this video. Boom. Right? When you go to the video, there's a join button. Boom. You have a choice. Why is that shit in francs? Oh, I know why. So you have a choice. You could join here for $1.99 a month. You could join here. This is basically $10 American a month. And this is $50 American a month. Literally. So this is if you want to just do at least one $10 drop a month, you can join here. If you just want to join to get green, which is fine with me, you're going to join here. Boom. If you want to say, I do a lot of drops a month and I want to really show support to the channel, then boom. Also, people that got bricks in their bags, every panel we have, you are invited to. If you have bricks in your bags, every panel that we have on Fridays, you are invited to. I just want to let you know this. The first 5 people with bricks in their bags to let me know on that Monday that they want to be involved in the panel that we're going to have on Friday, you're invited. If you want to be invited to a panel just in general, you have to be a bag swinger unless you are invited for special purposes. Just so you know. But yo, $2 a month, you could become part of the BBN gang. Change your name green. We should have at least 3,000 people with their name green. Why not? Shout out to John Becknell turning his name green, becoming part of the BBN gang. Hold on, let me switch my camera back over because I want to see what you guys were saying also. Shout out to the Zigster, becoming a bag swinger, turning the name green. Let's get more green team up in here. Also, for everybody that don't know, since we're taking a quick break right here, for everybody that don't know, we actually have green team merch. So there's merch for you guys that join the green team, and I'll be more than happy to show it to you. It's not on this particular video. It's not on this particular video. And for anybody that's ready to flag this video, you can't, because I put all of my sources right there. So shout out to you people who are probably thinking about doing evil shit to me. This is the TK video that dropped the other day. Boom. Anybody that want to go cop their green team merch, you can go cop your green team merch here at the BBN store. My apologies. I just thought I'd let everybody know that some people might want to know where their merch is at. This is where your merch is at. You see, we got book bags, we got duffel bags, we got these right here, we got fucking mugs, we got shower curtains. This is the green team merch. We have new green team merch coming out. We have more than one green team merch design. This is just one of them. This is the green team merch. There go your shower curtain, green team. This is a bag. You could go get your bag. Go get your kids the bag. I don't care who gets the bag. Somebody gets the bag. I'm in here looking at my fucking... You got the duffel bag green team merch. You can show your arms off. I don't know if you got guns or not, y'all women's. Some of y'all women's might have guns and big boobs. So you want to show off your big boobs with your green team merch. There go more women showing off stuff. There goes women's showing off stuff. These are just all white though, with the green team on the front, the green team on the back, so you know. Or you could go get other green team merch. I just want to let y'all know green team merch exists. And in different colors, by the way. Boom. Boom. And you can get green team merch stickers. Shout out to that shit. Anyway, let's get back to the show. Pardon me. I get all caught up. Oh shit, I didn't switch the screen over. Hold on. I didn't even know what I was looking at. Here we go. Green team merch. Boom. 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 There go a bag. There go another bag. There go the shower curtains. There go the shirt that shows off the lady's boobs and her arms. There go the shirt that shows off the men's boobs. The men's boobs. The men's arms. There go another shirt that just says, you know what, I'm really pretty and I work out in this thing. Or you can get the mugs and they come in different colors for everybody to know. Green team. Go copy your green team merch. Link is in the description. The link is the BBN store. That's it. BBN store. Boom. There's a lot of stuff here. You can just go down there and see what you like. We got Harlem merch. We got Brooklyn merch. We got BBN Investigates merch. We got BBN Weird Culture merch. We got Harlem merch. We got Frost merch. We got more BBN Weird Culture merch. I like them fucking jump off right there. Weird Culture. Let's go. We got BBN Investigates merch. Boom. BBN West. Tons of merch. Anyway, alright, let's go. Get back to the show. My fault, y'all. That took way longer than I wanted it to. But that was just a really good segue and I didn't want to miss it. Alright, let me go back up real quick and see. Trini Daddy joining the BBN gang. Salute. Salute. Can we clap it up for everybody that heard the whistle? Did we clap it up for everybody that heard the whistle and joined the green team and now are official members of the BBN channel? Alex Clown says he ain't laughing. I think he's laughing, man. I think he's laughing. DSTN says Vlad takes advantage of rappers because he knows some of them are looking for clout at the expense of their own freedom. I agree. AKA Mr. AKA said 1,000. Most people are doing thumbs up. Director Diddy. Gorilla 2 times. Gorilla 2XX said probably getting paid for it. That's a fact. I think he does get beneficial treatment due to the media of him, due to the media in which he creates and put out, and the problems that it causes for individuals that, as far as creating cases or helping cases, I do believe that he's getting some kind of monetary kickback, like even if it's just extra streams. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they aren't paying him directly, it could just be extra streams. Dog Soldier thinks he's laughing. Alexander Redden think he's laughing. Zigster think he's laughing, I think. Patrick N says, I think Boozy handled Vlad the best. He'll tell him, nah, Vlad, I ain't going there. I ain't say that you did. I think Boozy gets caught up in certain things and revolving around Vlad, but I don't think Boozy is snitching at all. I don't think he's actually snitching or getting cases created. Corethia said, okay, thank you, squad. Team Moto says, peace for us in the BBN community. Shout out to Team Moto Productions. Appreciate you, my brother. Blacks for Pick says, you take traveler's checks. He tried to get his horse back. Two to the Head says, he's not laughing. He's a journalist. He's supposed to ask questions. That what makes his platform different. Yeah. You first of all, could we just be clear? Who else have heard Vlad? Could we ask a wholly different question because of the individuals that's saying that Vlad's a journalist? Who else have seen Vlad laugh at individuals when negative things happen to them on their platform? I've seen it. Who else have seen it? Let's vote on that real quick. That's a fair. I've seen Vlad be extremely cavalier when people have come on his platform and negative things have happened to them. Who else has seen this? I'm just curious. Black Power Cross says, I appreciate the love yesterday. Great response. Yeah, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about specifically, but I'm happy you remember. What up, Black Cuddy? Salute to the Black Spades. Garrett Crawford, I showed that a merch initially. I thought y'all could see it. I was all messed up. What up, Neat Christique said, are you supposed to be what? We're not doing that. You're not going to say half of a sentence. All of that merch that y'all like, go copy. I like chicks that are well proportioned. I'm gonna leave it at that. Who else we got up in here? I mean, what else is saying? AKA Mr. AKA said he's laughing the same way he brought up when he got 6ix9ine baby mama to read the transcripts of every rapper for like a month. Do y'all understand that when he got 6ix9ine's baby mama to read those transcripts, he was making 6ix9ine look bad? Don't get it confused. But he was tearing Treyway apart. That was not good for Treyway. That was terrible for Treyway when he got 6ix9ine's baby mama to read the freaking transcripts on air. That was terrible for Treyway. I'm going to explain. Does he normally get transcripts read on air? No. He's not a platform that reads transcripts on air. So he made a special for Treyway. I'm not gonna say that anybody is allowed to come into the hip hop culture, not independent of whatever their race is. I'm not gonna pretend like white people are not allowed to be in hip hop. Yes, they are. But the majority of people who watch their platforms are people of color. So, are black people, Puerto Rican people, Dominican people, or people of color. So you can't get mad at them. We can't get mad at them for creating content that people are digesting. You got to get upset at the individuals that keep digesting that content. Adam 22 is, I don't know. Shout out to those guys. I'm not even getting into Adam 22. This is about Vlad TV. Let's stay on point. Vlad is 100% laughing all the way to the bank. At least I think he is, because of his past actions. I think because of the ways in which we've seen Vlad conduct himself previously, I 100% believe that he's laughing. Can we hit that like button, please? I want to have another conversation, though, because this is not all Vlad's fault, and we're not going to pretend like it is. This ain't all Vlad's fault. We're not going to pretend that it is. What up, T. Andre Willis Sr.? How you doing? He says, good morning. I'm late. Swerve fam. No, I think Vlad knows the law. What up, Ricky Unos? Haven't seen you in a while. This is what I'm going to say. The issue that these rappers actually have is they need to promote. I'm going to say this again. The issue that these rappers actually have is they need to promote. Not they want to promote. They need to promote. The problem is a lot of these rappers' management don't know how to promote. So what happens is they put these rappers in positions to have a mic in front of them without no training. The number one thing that any record label, when they decide to sign you, is it should put you in a freaking room for about 2 to 3 weeks. Put you in a room for about 2 to 3 weeks and have you speak with somebody who knows how to be interviewed and knows how to interview. And run you through drills. That's one. Nobody said Vlad created the whole entire case. So, Alex One Clown, are you gonna do whataboutisms? Because if you are gonna keep doing whataboutisms, we're gonna point you out and laugh at you. Nobody said that. I think I had a whole entire video last night, apparently, explaining how Casanova 2-time did this to herself. Niggas want you kicked so bad. We gonna let him talk. We gonna let him talk. Artist development, exactly. Loyalty means everything. Said Vlad made $1 million business getting us to tell on ourselves, and we run up there for an interview. You're 100% correct. You're not wrong. Vlad does not interview you to talk about your music career. Vlad interviews you to find out what crimes you did. I keep telling y'all, I know what Vlad is doing. How many people how many people do Vlad have back who don't create a sensational atmosphere? Why did he have Boozy on, because Boozy is ready to say all types of weirdo shit about whatever. Boozy is Boozy. Shout out to Boozy. No disrespect intended. Why does he have Lord Jamal on? For the longest, he has Lord Jamal on because he want to talk shit about Eminem, but he can't talk shit directly about Eminem. So he has Lord Jamal come on to talk shit about Eminem. Talk about how Eminem is a culture vulture. Nigga, you a culture vulture. Part of my language. So I say all that to say this. Pay attention. Please pay attention. I say all that to say this. If you are going to pretend like Vlad does not line these rappers up when they come up there for their questions, then you're an idiot, or you're a liar, or you're Vlad himself, or you work for him. Do Vlad specifically get people caught up? No. They help. But has anybody else seen someone not want to answer a question and Vlad push it? Has anybody else seen that? I've seen it. I've seen multiple times where Vlad will ask somebody a question, they don't really want to answer it. Vlad push it, push it, push it, push it. Shout out to Wavy D with the $5 drop. He said, top of the morning, Wavy D. He wanted to make sure that I remembered his name correctly. Wavy D walks in the saloon. As he walks in the saloon, he sees a guy yelling and screaming about his horse is missing from the front of the saloon. He's like, what's going on with that guy? He walks up and gets his coffee. What kind of muffin you eating this morning, Wavy D? I forgot to call out the muffins today. What kind of muffin you want? I want to know. He goes up, he gets his coffee, a little bit of brandy in it. He looks at the smoking section. He waves. Two of the people in the smoking section wave back. And then you see a hand come from out of the smoke, waving through the top of the smoke. That's James S. Shout out to Wavy D. He sits down in the window. He looks across the street at all the haters standing on the other side of the street, hating on the saloon, talking about no Roger, no Reba, no rent. They want the saloon taken down. They outside, they mad, they pissed. Shout out to the haters across the street from the saloon saying, no Roger, no Reba, no rent. Shout out to James Crawford with the $5 drop. James Crawford pulls up into the saloon. He says, look, I don't care about no coffee. I don't care about no bread, no muffin. I'm having a hard day today. He goes straight over to the smoking section. BBN West, the smoking section. When he goes over to the smoking section, all you see is a hand come out of a cloud of smoke. All you see is a hand come out of a cloud of smoke and hand him a blunt. He takes the blunt. He takes a long drag. It's like, God dang it. Some fool parked his horse outside. Orange cranberry. That sounds good. Anyway, let's keep it going. Appreciate you guys with the drops to the Cash App. I need to start putting what muffins y'all want. Remember, $5 is coffee and a muffin. $10 is a plate of food. So, look. So, this is all I'm saying. When you go on Vlad, yes, loyalty means everything, says he even has his guests speak on open cases, then says, whoa, I ain't the feds. That guy's so funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. FSU baby said that's why Kodak walk off his bitch ass trying to talk about that man case. Pee Wee Longwood handled him extremely well, but the better way to handle him is to call him out like, yo, Vlad, why you got me? This is what people need to do. See, Vlad isn't gonna do the interview where you talk to him and you call him out on the bullshit. He's not gonna play that interview. Yo, why are you asking me questions about an open case? This person, that person, that person, that person. You trying to do the Fed's job? He's not gonna air interviews like that. You feel me? Tika Rose says, yo, they don't remember what's happening. Salute to you, bro. No Roger, don't rerun, no Rick. Jake from State Farm says, Vlad is a journalist. I'm not questioning what Vlad is or isn't, but I do know that Vlad doesn't interview rappers and talk about their careers. When was the last time y'all heard Vlad talk about how many streams a rapper get? When was the last time y'all heard Vlad talk about when a rapper's new project was gonna come out? When was the last time y'all heard Vlad ask somebody about who they want to collab with? When was the last time y'all heard Vlad ask who do they want to do music with in the future? When was the last time you heard Vlad ask somebody who was your inspiration for being in music business? When was the last time you heard Vlad ask somebody who, if there was anybody that, you know, have already passed away that you could work with, who would it be? When was the last time you heard Vlad ask somebody, and these are just questions I'm just randomly thinking up. When was the last time you heard Vlad ask one of these rappers any of those questions? Fix my tie over here while I'm shitting on the people in the comment section saying stupid shit. Just shitting on them. Just shitting on these guys in the comment section saying stupid shit. Tell me the last time, what up, Roadrunner? SW Roadrunner. Tell me the last time you heard Vlad ask anybody any of those questions I just said. Yes, Vlad is in LA, so whenever he's talking to a rapper like from New York or something, they're in a room with a camera. He's not in the room with them. These are facts. Dwayne rerun. Raj. What up, Mark Hernandez? What up, Black Cuddy? Leto. So for the people that keep saying that Vlad is a journalist, I'm saying, okay, Vlad's a journalist, but what kind of journalist is he? Because he's not a hip-hop journalist. That's a fact. Somebody said Vlad directs the first 48. He's not a hip-hop journalist. For the person that say Vlad's a journalist, I'm not going to argue with you whether he's a journalist or not. But what I'm going to say, he's not a music journalist. His journalism has shit to do with music. Tell me where I'm wrong. What up, Joe Black? Tell me where I'm wrong. I have no idea who Dr. Green Thumb is. I'm assuming that was a really funny joke that I just don't know. I don't know to laugh at. What up, Gino, for show? Tell me where I'm wrong. If I'm not killing it this morning. He's not a hip-hop journalist. He's not a rap journalist. He's not a music journalist. So please explain to me what kind of journalist this dude is. She a cutie too. They don't like me though. He's a get you caught up journalist. Shout out to putting their ass in the table. So for the people that's saying Vlad is a journalist, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going to stand here and say that he is not a journalist. But what I am going to say is I need for you to explain to me what kind of journalist he is. Because he's interviewing rappers, but he never talks about music. Could somebody explain to me the last time you heard Vlad talk about music? Let's get 3 to 4 more $10 drops to the Cash App. Let's go. Let's get 3 to 4 more. Let's get 5 to 6 more $10 drops to the Cash App. I'm not killing it this morning. Oh, all right. Shout out to that then. I'm not killing it this morning. Loyalty means everything, said Vlad is a journalist. Nah, he's more of a detective who posts interrogations online and get away with it. I'm going to agree. I'm not going to say he's not a journalist, but I am 100% going to agree that the videos that he posts are interrogations and not interviews. I'm not going to say that he's not a journalist, but I am going to 100% agree that the videos that VladTV posts are interrogations and not interviews. I don't think he knows how to do an interview. I think he only knows how to interrogate people. I don't think he's capable of doing an interview. I think that he's worked this style for so long. Investigative. Do you know what investigative journalism is? He doesn't do I do investigative journalism more than him. You know what investigative journalism is? You want to know who does investigative journalism? Lisa Evers. Vlad don't do that. Stop. Leto says his platform is about obsession with black people. He wants to fit in because he loves hip-hop. He wants to pass. Hence interview people like Jamal. Don't forget the other dude, Godfrey. Shout out to Godfrey and Jamal. Appreciate you, Black Cuddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I like to look spiffy. I don't want to hear, and I'm not mad at Vlad. I am 100% not mad at Vlad. Because these people go on his show, and they're going to keep going on his show. Vlad, there's going to be more cases that people go to jail, and it's going to be on the back of Vlad interviews. There's going to be a ton more cases. It's not going to stop, because people are not going to stop going on his platform. Vlad does not have to change his style. I'm not mad at him. Because these people have seen what happened to A.R.Rab. These people have seen what happened to Rollo. So if you still going on Vlad's platform, it is your fault. What up, Rue? Don't nobody see them dots. Jones. Let's just be clear and transparent. If you are still going on Vlad's platform, after seeing what happened to people like A.R.Rab, after seeing what happened to people like Rollo and others, and you still going on his platform, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. P got smoke for real says you gotta be an idiot to go on any social media platform and snitch on yourself, let alone move work on the gram. I need to get to that conversation, by the way. And I'm not arguing with you, P got smoke. Loyalty means everything says when an artist goes to jail, he makes sure to repost the interviews. Yes, he does. I wanted to bring that up. Thank you for beating me to it. To make sure we see an accomplishment of more of an informant than the 6ix9ine at this point. I'm going to tell you something that Vlad does, and this is why, shout out to Vlad, why I would never do an interview with Vlad ever. If I was a rapper, if I was anybody that was ever in the street, if I was anybody that knew people that was in the street. Also, could we get those likes up? We had 82 likes with 200 people. Could we get to like 150 likes already, please? I'm asking nicely. I would never I would never, never, never go on Vlad. I'm going to explain what he does. Shout out to Loyalty Means Everything. When you get in trouble, Vlad is going to repost all of the fucking videos that shows that you was that is part of the problem why you in trouble. If you get in trouble for drugs, Vlad is gonna repost the videos. I lost the like when I asked for more. You rat bastards. Vlad is gonna repost the videos where you talking about drug shit. If you get in trouble for being in a gang, Vlad is gonna repost the videos where you talking about being in a gang. He's gonna make sure that nobody miss a beat. First of all, New York urban legend. Some people, they have tried to condition us to seek approval or validation just in general. So you got to be just in general. So I don't want to knock people because that's how we've been conditioned. So Vlad does that just in general, period. And that's insane. If you get in trouble with the law, Vlad is going to go into his archives and find the videos where you talking about shit you shouldn't be talking about, and he going to repost it. If he is not working with the feds because they have an agreement, he's still working with the feds due to his actions. The feds is on all of our channels, homie. Why do you think we'll be talking about something? And I know anybody that's been here for any time know that I do this. We'll be talking about something and I'll have some information and I'll say, I'm not going to talk about that until it comes up and it's made public. Has anybody seen me do that? I'm just asking. Has anybody seen me? Has anybody seen me? We talking about a thing. I know something. I don't want to talk about it because it's not public knowledge yet and I don't want to snitch on a nigga. Has anybody seen me do that? Because I'm pretty sure I've done that multiple times. You get in trouble with the police, Vlad is going to go find the interview that he did with you. Not the interview he did with you where you wasn't talking crazy. He gonna go find the interview that he did with you that you was talking crazy in, and he gonna repost it. When was the last time, and I just want to point this out real quick. When was the last time a non-black person got locked up after doing a Vlad interview? Can somebody tell me the last time, what up LV? Could somebody tell me the last time a non-black person got locked up for doing a Vlad interview? Could somebody tell me the last time that happened? What up, Tony G? Can anybody tell me the last time that happened? The last time a non-black person did an interview on Vlad TV, and then all of a sudden now they're involved in some kind of investigation, or they get arrested, or their people get arrested just one time. What up, Sharisat? Zigza said you do that often. Yeah, because I'm not snitching on niggas. If shit ain't able to be found out in the public, I'm not snitching on nobody. I'm not trying to help nobody go to jail. You did the crime, I get it, but I don't need to help the police. But if the police know about it, we gonna talk about it. That shit public information, we gonna talk about it. If I had to wait 3 months for this damn information to drop, we damn sure gonna talk about it. Like knowing that the Barclays, thank you. You know how much of this shit don't happen if they don't run down on fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine and them in the Barclays? You know how much of this shit don't happen? C Grab said all the time, you did it last night. You know how much of this shit don't happen if they do not run down on Tekashi 69 in the Barclays? Black Cuddy said Vlad number went higher within 48 hours ever since the Casanova O interview. He and the federal prosecution are the only ones that financially benefiting from this. Boom. C Graph says all the time, you just did it last night. Rude, don't nobody see them dots. Jones says Casanova 2 times supposed to be a street dude. So why the Treyway dudes didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe what Vlad was trying to do? Because some Treyway dudes, they smart niggas. Could we clap it up? Let's stop everything we doing right now. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for freaking who was the 2 Treyway individuals that he interviewed? Billy Seiko Billy, and he interviewed Billy Otto. Let's clap it up for Seiko Billy and Billy Otto not falling for the fucking banana in the tailpipe. How often do we see some New Yorkers go on Vlad and not fall for the banana in the tailpipe? You want to know why? Them niggas is smart. Loyalty means everything, says Vlad only interview black rappers and mob known snitches. If you rap and you ain't from the streets, you ain't getting an interview. He can't indict you. Could we clap it up for them Treyway dudes that went on Vlad and didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe? I don't care if you don't like them. I have no idea why people are going on Vlad's show. I have zero idea. It doesn't make sense to me. What you gonna do? Don't make sense to me. I don't know why anybody goes on the show. I don't know why. I don't know why. At this point, if you're an individual that ever had your feet in the street, you should not ever go interview with Vlad. Appreciate you, C Graph. That's exactly why they was never asked to come back. If they would have went on that show and did what Vlad wanted them to do and created cases on people or created an ability to put cases on people, Vlad would have had them back. Vlad never had them back because he couldn't trick them. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Yeah, Seiko Billy cool as shit. Not for nothing. Those dudes is cool. That's why the Treyway dudes was never asked to come back, because Vlad couldn't trick them into saying some weirdo shit. I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't want to go back on Vlad. Not for nothing. Vlad only wanted them to come on so they could talk shit about Tekashi 69. Anyway, you feel me? That's the only reason why he wanted them to come on in the first place. Let's not be coy. But I'm waiting. I need for y'all to tell me the last time a non-black person, a non-black rapper, went on VladTV and ended up in a case. Can y'all tell me the last time a non-black person, I don't care what they are. You tell me the last time a non-black person went on VladTV and didn't end up in a case. Just give me one name. No, I don't get people caught up. I don't let them. We're not doing that. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you right off. We ain't doing that. Loyalty means everything, says Vlad is a rapper psychologist. They go on his couch, they pour their heart out, and then all of a sudden they arrested. I can't even argue. What up, Gloria Austin? What up, Dupree Grayson? What up, Lex Luger? Lex Luger said he tried to trick Crunchy Black into say something about the dudes who he killed his daughter, but he didn't fall for it. Yo, oh shoot, I just noticed something. Look at the buildings in the background. Look at the buildings in the background. Look at the buildings in the background. Boom, son. Now, I want to explain something, right? Because this isn't all about whatever shenanigans Vlad has gotten himself into or whatever shit he's created. We're also basically talking about a whole nother thing. Let's get into it, and that is I'm gonna need a 5-minute break, 5-10 minute break, and we're gonna be right back. I need a 5-10 minute break. And we're going to be right back because I want to discuss Casanova 2 times DMs. And yes, Dame Dash has tried to warn everybody, but don't nobody pay Dame Dash any attention. I want to discuss Casanova 2 times DMs. I want to discuss Casanova 2 times DMs. So we'll be back. I just need a minute and we'll be back. This is a short 5-minute break at the most. 10-minute break at the most, but it's going to be about 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Do I have a jump off for y'all to look at? Boom. This is old, but you might like it.
For a white man to try to tell black people
also,
what we are
no
doing, where we need to go, what our issues are.
That is part of the gated institutional narrative. Tamika, I should be a leader in the Black Lives Matter movement because I'm more capable than you. I'm more capable.
Really?
Yes, I am.
You know what? Here's what
you don't understand the nature of reality. Tamika, do you understand cooperative and competitive game theory? Tamika, do you understand? Please answer this. Tamika, do you understand the difference between competitive and cooperative game theory? Do you understand the difference? Do you understand what's needed for us to cooperate with each other and to increase the value of the group for all human beings? We have to be transparent. We have to be interdependent. Interconnectivity.
Okay, so
this separatist ideology is the problem.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Fear-based pandering is part of the problem, Tamika.
Extremely
problem, Tamika. It's time that all humans unify. Tamika.
Different, yeah. No, not YouTube. It'll go to a whole different album on a different time.
That's what I'm saying. You might have pressed it at certain points, so it just will pick up for what it was last time.
Can y'all see me? It's dark. What's up, people? Hi, y'all. Look, it's a bunch of folks on here already. So I just wanted to go live real quick to talk about the situation with this guy J.W. Lucas. I saw a lot of people making different types of comments about why I was even engaging with this guy, and I need some help from you all so that I can verify what I think, what I know, or what I've been told. So I was on Ball Alert today. Somebody tagged me to a post on Ball Alert of someone who, at first I didn't read the caption. I read the tweet that was the photo post, and it said, why are people fighting for or going crazy over, you know, you guys could go check it yourself for the exact words, but this is the sentiments of it, for Breonna Taylor.
If you don't shut up, yeah, you right now you would have shocked me, I'm sure. Yes, you would have shocked me, and I would have been deserving of it. Yes, this is part of the list. What I'm about to do right now, it is part of the list. Yes, if I would have got shocked right now, I would have deserved it. But you know what wasn't part of the list? Pressing me.
I look crazy to y'all. I look extra aggressive.
Yo, you look yo, like for real, my yo. No. Fucking out. No. Like, you lucky I don't hurt you, yo.
Are you kidding me?
This house is on fire.
Just threw that apple in my face for no.
Your hands up.
I promised I was going to do my best to keep TJ out of prison, and that's what I'm going to do. Stop here, hustling! I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them.
It's about me, though.
I'm really just following my calling, being a motivational speaker.
Last I checked, you were the subject of a 10-minute student film, not the Green Mile.
Anything's possible. It's like prison pussy, you know? You just gotta use your imagination.
Have you contacted your family?
Y'all kidding, right? My family probably waiting for me outside right now. They be here.
I just about to know it.
What up, mama?
I know you didn't bring these cameras with you.
This is my room. Got the whole room smelling like Michael Moore asshole.
Being TJ's PO is frustrating. He stayed doing some stupid shit.
Don't sugarcoat nothing, nigga. Just tell me how you feel. You like it or not?
It was trash. Like hot garbage.
Man, fuck you, nigga. That verse was colder than pale and pussy. EQ that shit. Let's do the hook. As of today, I'm strictly on my billionaire grind. I deny.
Hey, get these kids, man. Hey, what? Grab, get these kids today. Hey, get these, grab and hold these kids, man. Hey, listen, hey, I'm not your dad, kids. I don't even know what they're saying, bro. Get these kids up out of here, man. Hey, I'll sock these kids out, man. I don't know how to relate, man. Hey, I'm a former police officer, man. All I know is the streets, man. Get these kids.
I'm trying to tell you. That cake right there, they sell it at 7-Eleven. That shit is the best. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. It reminds me of, remember when you was a kid? I don't know if these cakes still taste the same because everything tastes different when you become an adult. Your taste buds change whether we know it or not. You become less or more sensitive to certain tastes. Anyway, when you was a kid and they had the homemade like Betty Crocker or whatever cake that you make in the house, that shit tastes like that. The golden one, like that shit is boom. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry about that. As everybody know, for about 10 minutes, I usually got to leave every single show. So for anybody who is new here, for about 10 minutes every show, I got to leave every show for about 10 minutes. All right, then I come back. I'm going to make sure I have better graphics for you guys, or I might just put it together, a compilation of stuff that involves people that we promote on this channel. I think I'm going to start doing that, but I have to have people more consistent that do promotion, and then I'll start doing that. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get back to the conversation. But I want to move away from Vlad for a moment, if it's okay. I want to move away from Vlad for a moment, if that's okay. I want to move towards something else. Before I left, I seen a question that somebody asked, and it was in regards to he was paying an individual who was locked up in jail, who is currently inside of this case also. I just want to be clear on something. If you are a rapper and you are affiliated with a gang, you are 100% giving that gang money. I'm going to say this again. If you are a rapper and you're affiliated with a gang, you are 100% giving that gang money. Now, you can be smart, like Nipsey Hussle, and what you could do is create media or create something in which where when sales are made off of that, you basically LLC the gang. That's basically what Nipsey Hussle did. That's why, for a lot of people that don't know, Nipsey Hussle's family is currently in a legal fight with the gang over the term, over one of the terms in which he uses when they sell their product. I forgot what the term was, so I don't just want to say some random term off the top of my head. But when Nipsey Hussle sells a certain product, or when the Nipsey Hussle brand now sells a certain product, there's a term in which they use. I forgot which term it is, and the gang wants to still use it when they push merchandise. So when they sell the stuff that they sell, and the family is now saying that no, this is our thing, this is not your thing. I believe they was going to court for this. So Nipsey Hussle did it in a very, very smart way, where instead of me giving you money directly out of my pocket, I'm going to teach you how to fish. But every single person that is in a gang and they are involved in hip-hop, they're paying somebody. They're paying for protection. They're paying to just be affiliated. Now, I'm not saying this. Marathon continues. Thank you, DZ. Thank you, Rugi Hauser. The marathon continues. Now, I'm not saying this to throw shade at anybody. I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody. I'm not saying this to go at any gang. I'm just saying what it is. You have to figure out a way to create revenue for that gang, or you have to just pay them out of your fucking pocket. These are facts. You could call it friendly extortion if you want, or whatever. That's why whenever I'm having a problem, I don't want to call nobody. Because sometimes, I'm just going to say this, and this is not, I'm not throwing no shots at nobody, but I want to explain something. Sometimes people send an individual to be a problem, so you could call them up and be like, yo, I got an issue. Nah, nigga, fuck. then I'm gonna have two issues. I just allow for you to line me up. Sometimes people send people to fuck with you so then you could call them up and be like, yo, I need a favor. No, I don't want no favor. I don't want nothing. Jack Frost. Alright, they plan on killing me. It is what it is. They plan on doing this. It is what it is. If there's a legal way I can handle it, I'm going to go that route. But I'm not going to be owing nobody nothing. So that when I get somewhere, I don't need nobody to be talking about that. I'm going to tell you the quickest way. Let me say something for everybody who's an entrepreneur right now. I'm going to explain something. Everybody who's an entrepreneur, pay very close attention to me. There's going to be people who can't do nothing for you but be muscle. There's going to be people that can't do nothing for your brand. There's going to be people that can't help you build nothing. There's going to be people that's going to come around and all you could do is help them. You're going to have to decide which of these people you want to keep around. Because the majority of these people know they can't do nothing for you except for be muscle. The majority of these people know they can't do nothing for you but be around and stand next to you. So some of these people are going to create situations where you're going to feel like you need for them to stand next to you. This is the advice. Don't call them. It's a hole. You're only digging yourself deeper. Now, let's get to these DMs that Casanova had. Wait, New York Silver Stacker said I almost got hands put on me because of Frost. Why? What happened? What happened? New York Silver Stacker? Did I know? So, everybody thinks that interview that Casanova had when Casanova was saying, yo, if you're a millionaire and the feds pull up, you gonna snitch. I'm looking at that interview totally different now that I'm seeing his DMs. Oh yeah, that happens, New York Silver Stacker. Not for nothing. As I post attractive women. I think that we need to give our females some promotion. So I like giving women that I think deserve a promotion. If you notice, I rarely ever post anybody in a bikini or anything like that. I usually post females because they pretty in the face, not because they got big booties. I do post quite a few females with big booties, but I usually post females because I think they're pretty. What up, Doug West? Haven't seen you in a while. So I want to say this. I'm looking at that Hot 97 interview totally different now. I'm looking at that Hot 97 interview totally different now. What up, Stay Wise? He went on the Hot 97 interview. He said, if you're a millionaire, you don't want to go to jail. You're going to talk. Hassan Shipman said, your taste in woman is definitely A1. Boom. Nobody wins since Casanova put himself on Front Street. It's crazy these new cats out here like to brag about their illegal activities like it's fame. Casanova never spoke negative about Tekashi 6ix9ine for snitching. Not one time. Casanova never, not one time, spoke bad about Tekashi for snitching. Also, he goes on the Breakfast Club and says that if you're a millionaire, you do not want to go to jail, you're going to tell. I'm interested in seeing exactly how he's prosecuted in this case. That's what I'll say. Because without a shadow of a doubt, all he did was collect evidence. If you're on your IG and you doing DMs about crimes, all you're doing is collecting evidence, right? What up, Real Phil Blunt? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is well. First of all, there are a lot of rappers that talk about weed on Instagram. Remember, weed is legally sold now. Remember, weed is legally sold now. There's people promoting weed on Instagram all day, every day. Do I have to point out a couple of rappers that's doing it, or you just gonna take my word for it? I could tell you a rapper right now. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just gonna tell you a rapper right now that promotes Saucy all day. I think he has Saucy billboards. The difference might be one person went through the right steps to be able to do it and the other one didn't. Nope, not reposting you. Okay? So I just want to be clear on that. It looks to me like an argument can be made. I'm not saying that this is a real thing, and I'm not saying that this is what happened. But it looks to me like an argument can be made that he was collecting data. He lives in New Jersey, by the way, Leto. He lives in New Jersey. So all that promotion of weed you saw, he was doing it in Jersey. He doesn't live in New York. He lives in Jersey. So all the promotion of weed that you saw him doing, he wasn't doing it in New York. He was doing it in Jersey. Just so we can have a better understanding and know what's going on. Just so we can be clear. Allegedly, if you're gonna believe what DJ Academics is saying, and I'm gonna believe what DJ Academics is saying in regards to this, the FBI had his DMs basically cloned. So every time he spoke to someone or someone spoke to him, they got the message. Allegedly, he was sending individuals to do drug deals, and then he was paying them with his rap money. That's money laundering. That's washing money. Is it not? Or am I wrong? Do I not know what I'm talking about? See, this is the difference as far as with Casanova and as far as with Jim Jones and the whole weed thing. Jim Jones has a whole thing. This is not Jim Jones selling weed. That's some other dudes that sell weed and they have Jim Jones as the face. See, Jim Jones ain't the weed guy. Jim Jones don't own Saucy. Think of Saucy like Tommy Hilfiger. Think of Jim Jones as he's just somebody who wears a lot of Hilfiger. So when Jim Jones is out there talking about Saucy, he basically just taking pictures with Hilfiger in it. But when Casanova is out there talking about his 2 times weed, he's literally selling his weed. And just so we can be clear, why not? I always love having the opportunity to show y'all some paperwork. Because Jim Jones is not the weed seller. I don't know how many times I have to explain this. Jim Jones does not grow the weed. Jim Jones does not package the weed. Jim Jones does not send the weed to people. Yes, I got a new domain name. Bang, let's go. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. I'll take care of that later. Jim Jones, thank you, DZ, is only a spokesman. That's it. I don't understand how nobody else is getting that. He's a spokesman. me 1 second. I'm looking for this thing for y'all. Boom. I gotta put a star on this bitch so I don't have to keep looking like this all the time. Now, for the people that said that he's not going down for drugs, he could own a piece of Saucy. That's fine. He's not the guy that packages the drugs nor send the drugs out. And Saucy is they have billboards up. I don't think the FBI is looking for them. They have billboards up. I don't think the FBI is looking for them. Do anybody want to know what Mr. Lo Torres is doing right now? Somebody guess what Lo Torres is doing? Anybody could guess what Lo Torres is doing? If you wanna, if you're just dying to be called, if you're dying for me to point out how what you're saying is stupid, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I don't care. I'll point out just how much you don't know what you're talking about or how stupid what you're saying is. If you're just gonna make me Lo Torres, I'll do it. I don't care. Then you could go get butt hurt. What about isms? Thank you, Leto. So just so we could be clear, Saucy got an LLC. Thank you. Thank you. So do we gotta? Now that y'all see what I'm talking about, this same person is gonna go tell somebody I said something about his opinion. Let's look at what he's being charged with real quick. Let's talk about what he's being charged with real quick. The first count he's being charged with is count 1. Why is you guys sending me this stupid shit? The first, not the guy getting kneed on the head with the 8-ball jacket. That's just fine. I got sent by something from PlayStation. Let's not call people names. Nobody wins. Let's not call people names. We're going to ignore him for a minute. Hey, admins, if he's just being too much of a pain, just hit him with timeouts. Just time his ass out as much as y'all want. I don't really care. He's not giving nothing to the conversation. Hold on. So the first charge he's getting with is conspiracy to commit racketeering. Just so we could be clear, allegedly, if we are to listen to DJ Academics, allegedly, if you listen to DJ Academics, let's try not to use the N-word, Neil. I try not to use the N-word. Please rewrite that if you don't mind, but let's try not to use the N-word. The first charge is conspiracy to commit racketeering. Basically, if he was giving money to the gang, while the gang was selling drugs, and he was paying the gang with real money, he's part of the gang. That's 100% racketeering. The second charge they have against him is conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. Allegedly, if you're going to listen to Academics, allegedly, in his DMs, he's literally telling people to go and sell drugs. And the third charge that they have with him is possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. They have his DMs. I don't know no other way to put this to you. I'm going to assume all of these cases that they have on him are coming from his own words. That's the assumption that I'm going to make. And he's just going to keep using the N-word. So Just keep not letting his thing go past. We're not going to have this conversation with Neil Young. Thank you, Twin. The body and the unemployment scam. Look, the body is probably what got them on them for real, for real. Wait, what you mean? I don't know what Complex fired DJ Act. I'm not getting into that. I don't have the slightest idea, and I haven't been watching any of the videos talking about that. Just so we can be clear, I don't know nothing about that. I'm not even. DJ Act said he wasn't fired. I don't know enough about that to go into that, to be honest with you. Nobody wins this. Come on, y'all. Y'all, whoever has been in the game knows damn well they will track you. They will see your info or any type of activity all day. Dog Soldier says, I hear conspiracy is one of the hardest charges to beat. Yeah. K Days says they didn't resign. They didn't fire Act. He just didn't resign. I have no idea. I'm not even getting into that. I don't have any idea. I don't know about that. He might have got fired. If I remember correctly, Star said he got fired. Star knows people that work there. So I don't know. But I want y'all to just pay attention to this right here. Possession of a firearm, furtherance of drug trafficking, conspiracy to distribute controlled drugs, and the racketeering. If they have his DMs, if they have his DMs and they charged him with this, they can prove it. Look, they didn't charge him with any of the other crimes, not even on there. They didn't even charge him for the aggravated identity theft. And look, this is the main thing I want y'all to pay attention to real quick. Isaiah Santos, right? Isaiah Santos, right? Look at count 14 and count 15. Does anything look similar to you? Isaiah Santos actually pulled the weapon out during the drug transaction. So that means that in count 14, possession of a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime, he didn't pull the gun out. So how did they know he had it? It was reported. I'm going to explain something to y'all. Who here thinks, hold on. Real Right says they have nothing on Cass. They threw him in the Fed loop, hoping somebody will start snitching. Okay, first of all, I'm going to have to dub that whole comment because you used the MF word. And could we pay closer attention to what Real Right writes? Not because we want to kick him, but because we don't want all the curses to go through. And if he's going to curse like that, I'm most likely not going to respond to the next comment. But let me explain something real quick. Who here think that the feds could lie to the courts about what they're going to charge you with? You think that the feds can lie to the courts about evidence. You don't think that the feds can lie to the courts about evidence. Who here think the feds can lie? This is a conversation that we've had previously. Who here think that the feds can lie to the courts about evidence? Show of hands. Who thinks that the feds can lie to the courts about evidence? Who do not think that the feds can lie to the courts about evidence? No, that's not what I asked you, Michelle Bardless. I said, who thinks that the feds can lie to the court? To the court. So you guys think, hold on, that when the court says you got to give us all your evidence that you have so we can give this evidence to the defense, because you have to have the evidence, because the prosecutors have to give the defense the evidence. We're not talking about warrants. We're not talking about warrants. What are you talking about? Thank you, Jake from State Farm. No, they can't. The feds can't lie to you about the case they're going to put on to the government. What in the hell is wrong with you people? Why would you... Thank you, Gary Crawford. You think the feds could lie in discovery? What are y'all talking about? You think that the feds could lie about the case that they're going to put on in court? Nobody's talking about... Oh, man. I've never seen so many people... This is the first time that I've seen this. Y'all hear the word lie and y'all don't pay attention to nothing. One lie and it's a mistrial. Thank you, Leto. Thank you, Leto. Thank you, Leto. These people think that the feds could lie to the court. You really think that the feds could lie to the court? Do y'all know what a mistrial is? Hold on. I just want to show y'all something. For everybody that thinks that they're lying to the court. What the fuck? I don't even know why that popped up. Okay, so y'all gonna force me to look at whatever this is? What the fuck is this? First of all, this is crazy that I have to stop and do this. And the only reason why I'm stopping and doing this is because so many of you people, I don't even understand this. I don't even understand how y'all could think the feds could lie in court. Rule 26, duty to disclose general provisions governing discovery. An issue. In general, except as exempted by rule, or as otherwise stipulated or ordered by the court, a party must, without awaiting a discovery request, provide to other parties the name and, if known, the address and telephone number of each individual likely to have discoverable information, along with the subjects of that information that the disclosing party may use to support its claims or defense, unlike the use with solely impeachment. This is crazy that I gotta read this, because you people really think that the feds could lie in court. This is crazy. They have to give them a copy or description by category and location of all documents and electrically stored information and tangible things that the disclosing party has in. This is law. This is law for everybody that thinks that the feds could just lie. This is law. Okay, so hold on. No, because we're not doing this. Because so many people think that they could just lie, right? Hold on. Preceding the exemption from initial disclosure, the following proceedings are exempt from initial disclosure. These are the things that are exempt. An action for review, an administrative record, a forfeiture action, or rem arising from a federal statute. These are the only things that are exempt. An action to enforce or squash. They still can't lie about it. What in the hell makes y'all think they could lie about discovery? Let's ask another question. What the fuck? What happens if the feds lie about discovery? Lie in discovery. They even have a law, a rule 37 that talks about failure to make disclosures or to cooperate in discovery and the sanctions. What make you people think that the feds could lie in discovery? You guys are arguing opinion against fact. If the feds lie in discovery, the whole case can get thrown out. I gotta stop letting these shows go this long, because you people, y'all get crazier as the end of the, further along in the day, y'all just get crazier. Yes, the whole trial could get dismissed. All charges can be dismissed. Yes. Also, you can literally file you can sue the fucking government. You do know this, right? I'm talking about discovery, and people are talking about getting a warrant. What are you talking about? This is crazy. They got a police officer right here with his knee on this dude's head. And I want to show y'all, but I'm going to get hit by YouTube so bad that I can't. Because somebody is definitely going to flag the video. I'm not saying that they don't lie. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, do you think the judicial system, the court, I'm not talking about the feds. I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about the court. The judge on the court. If there's a mistrial, I believe that a person can be tried again, but I do believe that, you know, if there's a mistrial, you can show that there was some kind of impropriety with the case that they had against you, and it's going to be probably harder to win after the freaking government gets accused of doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. This ain't the 1960s. This ain't the 1970s. This ain't the 1980s. I asked a simple question, an extremely simple question, and everybody answered with opinions. I thought that was a pretty simple question. No. They're not supposed to do that. That was a pretty simple question. Sorry about this, Willie Dynamite. We don't allow anybody in the room with that name. Boom. You know what? I give up. All police, all feds, all courts, everybody are always lying. Every single criminal that's ever got convicted is innocent. Are y'all happy? Every single police officer is a liar. Every single person that's ever in prison is innocent. Y'all, are y'all happy? Because basically you're telling me that since something happened once or twice out of every 1,000 times, or once or twice out of every 100 times, it happens every time, right? Yeah, I don't allow people in there with that W name, period. Anybody that come in here with that W name is getting kicked. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they do. Anyway, we're going to call this a wrap because I'm not doing this. I'm done. We're going to call this a wrap because I can't have how can we have a logical conversation if you're trying to tell me that every single time anything happens with the police, then that means that we can't even have a logical conversation. We can't even have a logical conversation. So we're not having no logical conversation this morning. There's no reason to have a conversation. I'm just keeping it a stack. I'm going to get off and I'm going to go work on something that's logical. If you're trying to tell me that every single time anything happens in the courts, the police got to be lying or the courts got to be lying, and we can't have a conversation about court shit. That just ain't possible. Because now you're saying that nothing is real, everything is fake. So it don't make sense for us to be sitting here talking about it, right? That means that there's no reason for me to ever show you paperwork. There's no reason for us to ever talk about evidence. There's no reason for us because the police is always lying. The courts are always lying. So there's no reason for us to ever have a conversation about these things, right? That's basically what you're telling me, correct? Right? So there's no reason to continue this conversation. And hopefully on the Tonight Show, we'll be doing, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, because we can't talk about court shit, because, you know, all court shit is a lie, right? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.